Brother, a Dvar Torah for Parashat Korach. After several weeks of turning every stone for clues of my theory, I had two options to responding to Parashat Korach, the parasha that says what I have been saying openly. I could breathe a sigh of relief, and I would no longer have to work hard to support my assertions, or be dissatisfied that I no longer had room for innovation. Of course, I chose a third option, looking for something I might have missed. The question is, what is Parashat Korach attempting to uncover? At first glance, it appears like discussions that were previously held beneath the surface are now being spoken aloud. The conditions were ripe for rebellion. The rebels play the card of exchanging the firstborn with the Levites, thus the emphasis on the rebels from the tribe of Reuven, the oldest tribe. An interesting point, given that there is no record that the firstborn were exchanged for the tribe of Reuven, but from all tribes, but we'll put that aside, despite the rebel leader being from the new Levitical elite. Why should he lead a rebellion? According to Rashi, Korach challenges the status of Kehuna, so we'll follow him since this is a wonderful opportunity to reflect on the relationship between the priesthood and the Levim. I will begin with a statement. The Kohanim are from the tribe of Levi. Is everyone surprised? I don't believe so, but let me show you why you should be. Finding this information would be difficult if you only had Sefer Vayikra. Anyone who has read Sefer Shmot would recall that Aharon is your brother the Levi, and will be familiar with the Levi lineage, which includes Aharon's family. In the 8th chapter, Aharon has an uncle, Uziel, and his sons, Mishael and Elzaphan, will carry their brothers from the sanctuary by their tunics, and those with a good memory will remember that they appear in the same family lists that the Levim mentioned in Sefer Shmot, and thus it will be revealed that the Kohanim are indeed from the tribe of Levi. But Sefer Shmot doesn't link the role of the Kohanim to the tribe of Levi, and Sefer Vayikra doesn't show anything and does everything within its power to hide the familial connection between them. In light of this, many of the things I said in prior articles don't add up, because I treated the Kohanim as enhanced Levim more than once. This attitude I held, meaning considering the Kohanim Leviim, stems from the fact that Sefer Bamidbar conveys a different tale. The Leviim are subservient to Aaron HaKohen and his sons. Suddenly a Kohen, Elazar, appears as the leader of the leaders of the Levitical tribe. There is a link between the Leviim and the Kohanim, thus my premise that Aaron is related to the Leviim, and thus the actions reflected from them, is a legitimate assumption. The question is, when did Aaron become a Kohen, and whether or not the assumption is not just valid but also correct. I'd like to highlight a key distinction in the interaction between the Kohanim and the Levim before and following Parashat Korach. Maybe that'll shed a little bit of light, more specifically on the turning point in Parashat Korach itself. Two kinds of sentences appear repeatedly throughout the chapters that explain the Levim and their job. Those that convey familial attachment, such as to their families and his brothers, and those that express service and even submission, such as and serve, to work, and given. More to the point, until Parashat Korach, the Leviim's relationship among themselves was one of brotherhood, while the Leviim's relationship with the Kohanim was one of subordination. This is how Parashat Korach begins. When Moshe turns to Korach, he asks, "Is it not enough for you? God chose you and all your brothers, the sons of Levi, with you." But then he adds, "to serve before Hashem." Why do you desire the Kehuna as well? Levim are brothers to Levim. But there is a chasm between them and the Kohanim. They are here only to serve. This is also the question posed by Korach. Why was Aharon selected? Aharon, your brother, the Levi, became a Kohen at what point? The problem is that Korach might be right. Aharon's role, in my perspective, until now, is to be a brother. Why do I believe this? Because Hashem introduces him in this manner the first time we encounter him. He is named Aharon, your brother, the Levi. He is a brother 12 times, more than any other biblical character outside of the Reshit, a book dedicated to brotherhood. In Sefer Bamidbar, Aharon is no longer a brother or even a Levite, at least not until after the plague. This change in roles demands an explanation, maybe even a rebellion. The relationship can only be renewed in chapter 18. The Kohen is still a Kohen. The Leviim will still serve. But now they are once again brothers. Your brothers, Bnei Levi. Your brothers, the sons of Levi. When we are all one family with one goal, there may be different roles and maybe even hierarchies. But first, you must be my brother. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or pass it on to a friend. They might enjoy it too. I am Dovi Holtz, one who loves his brothers and Tanakh.